Our mission here is really to unpack these stories, not just for the chills, though there are plenty of those.
Oh, yeah.
But to look for the patterns,
Yeah.
how these forces, whatever they are, show up, how they erode who someone is.
And what it really means when a house, I guess, claims more than just your mail.
Yeah, and what's fascinating right from the start is how each one describes this really slow, almost psychological unraveling. The threat isn't just some ghost jumping out. It seems to twist, well, how you see things, your relationships, even yourself.
Okay, let's dive into the first one. We start in Connecticut, quiet neighborhood. Emily and her husband, they move into their dream home. But right away, Emily senses something is wrong with her husband. He's the narrator, by the way.
And this one just grabs you immediately, doesn't it? The idea of your loved one becoming a stranger.
Yeah.
He describes how she starts flinching when he looks at her, asks why he's being so quiet.
Then she just asks straight out, sounding scared. It's that horrible feeling when someone familiar suddenly feels different.
I mean, it gets really specific. Like, she asks as if he shaved his beard. He hadn't.
Right. And she starts watching him, he says, like a stranger, in their own house.
He even catches her going through his wallet, his phone, late at night.
And maybe the most disturbing part, he overhears her on the phone with her sister, whispering.
What was it she said?
He looks like him, but it's not him.
Wow.
And she leaves this old photo album open, pointing to a picture where his face looks different, he says. Softer.
So what's going on there? Is it like a psychological break, or is she seeing something real?
That's the question, isn't it?
That detail about the photo, the face looking different, it's key. It suggests maybe it's not just in her head. It pushes towards that uncanny feeling where something familiar is just wrong enough to be deeply disturbing.
Yeah, the uncanny valley idea.
Exactly.
And the tension just keeps building. Emily gets, terrified. He finds her crying in the bathroom door lock, whispering.
Whispering what?
What do I do? What if he hears me?
Oh, that's awful.
She starts refusing his touch, tells him his hands feel colder now, that he doesn't smile the same way.
He didn't smell the same.
Yeah. Declares, you're not my husband. You're something else.
So she's completely convinced.
Totally. She tries testing him, asking things only he'd know, like about his favorite mug or why he hates thunderstorms.
And does he answer correctly?
He does. But she just dismisses it, says it's what he would say, like the imposter studied up.
And didn't he find her keeping notes?
He did, a little notebook. Keeping track, he calls it. Noting tiny changes, like he stopped humming in the morning.
Buttering toast on the wrong side. Little things like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Leaving the toothpaste cap off.
Yeah.
It shows how desperately she's trying to pinpoint this shift she feels.
It's a subtlety that's terrifying.
But then, here's where it really turns. The narrator, the husband, he starts feeling it too.
Ah, okay. So it's not just her perception.
No. The house feels colder. There's this tension, like the walls are listening.
That's creepy.
He finds "Who Are You Really?" traced in the steam on the bedroom mirror.
Oh, wow.
His dreams, they turn to just static.
And silence.
Yeah. And the real kicker, he looks in the mirror one night, asks, "Who are you?" And when he turns away, his reflection seems to linger, just for a second.
Whoa.
And Emily sees him. She's watching from the bed. She said, "You're finally realizing it too."
So she knew he was changing or being changed.
Seems like it. The story ends. Well, Emily leaves. And he finds something truly awful in the crawl space.
What is it?
A bundle of his own clothes, blood-stained, torn up like ripped off someone.
His own clothes.
Yeah. And then there's that final mirror scene. Two reflections. One moves with him. The other just stays there, smiling blankly.
Oh, my God.
And he realizes, I wasn't the same man. I was never the man at all. It's like a complete replacement.
A total erasure. And the story leaves you with that warning, doesn't it?
It does. Stay aware, stay safe, and always trust your instincts, even if that something is you. Chilling stuff.
Really chilling. Okay, so the second story takes us somewhere else entirely.
Right. This one's set in an early 1960s one-story house, and the haunting starts differently with dreams.
Recurring dreams.
Yeah. The narrator, another husband, keeps having the same dream.
Yeah.
A man walks past him in the hallway, goes into the bedroom, closes the door, disappears.
So unlike the first one about identity, this feels more like a presence, right? Asserting itself slowly.
Starting with these dreams that feel super real. So real they mess with him when he wakes up. It feels like he hasn't slept.
It almost sounds like a residual haunting at first. Like an echo, maybe?
Yeah, like a tape loop playing over and over.
So he gets curious, naturally, Googles the house address.
And finds something.
Yep. An old article. A guy named Thomas Weller lived there, died in the house, 1993, on January 26th.
Wait, January 26th.
The exact date he's been having these dreams.
Okay, that's specific.
And his wife connects it to something else. The carbon monoxide detector keeps beeping for no reason at 3:11 a.m.
3:11 a.m., the same time he wakes up from the dream.
The exact time. What is it about 3 a.m. in these stories? It comes up so often.
Well, it's often called the witching hour, or a liminal time, like the veil between worlds is thinner.
Right, right.
And finding out about Thomas Weller, the date, the time, it connects his personal experience directly to the house's history. It's not just a random dream anymore.
And then the dream changes.
The man doesn't just walk past. He stops, stares right at the narrator, and he sees a scar on the man's jaw.
So it's becoming more interactive, more direct, not just an echo now.
Exactly. And then the physical stuff starts escalating.
Like what?
The hallway feels freezing cold all the time, colder than anywhere else.
Okay.
He wakes up with freezing cold, dirty feet, like he's been walking around barefoot in that hallway.
Oh, that's unsettling. Sleepwalking maybe, or
something else. Because then he leaves his phone recording overnight.
And catches something.
Floorboards creaking, slow footsteps, and a whisper.
Whisper. What did it say?
You see me now.
Okay, chills. Actual chills.
Okay.
So we've moved from dreams to actual auditory evidence.
Definitely validates everything he's been feeling. It's not just in his head.
And then there's the wall incident, right?
Oh, yeah. The dream leads him, he follows the man into the wall.
Into the wall.
Yeah. And wakes up compelled to check behind this bookshelf, finds a hidden, sealed off little space.
And inside.
Old house slippers. With the initials TWW, Thomas W. Weller.
Wow. So the house itself was kind of hiding this, drawing him in.
Seems like it. And the presence gets bolder after that.
More intrusive.
Yeah. The slippers, they appear next to his bed one morning.
He didn't put them there.
No. Handprints show up on the bathroom mirror. Not his wife's. His shirt goes missing. Later found folded neatly in the attic.
Okay, so it's interacting with their stuff now.
Mm-hmm. And he talks to a local historian. Confirms Thomas Weller lived alone, died sitting in the hallway, his slippers placed right beside him.
Sitting in the hallway.
And get this, it was exactly 30 years ago to the day. Same date, same house, same hour. He keeps waking up.
That is incredibly specific. It's like an anniversary.
So he finally just asks out loud, "What do you want?"
And gets an answer.
A whisper, "I never left."
Oh, man. I never left.
And his wife. She eventually leaves him.
Really? What does she say?
She says, "I don't think he wants both of us here. And then you'll know when he's finished with you."
Finished with him. That's ominous. Like the house only has room for one occupant at a time.
Yeah. The story ends with him still there, still in the house, still dreaming.
What's the dream now?
The man, Thomas Weller, is just sitting across from him in the hallway, watching him, waiting.
He's watching.
And he's left wondering, has he just taken the man's place? Is he the new fixture? And will someone else someday be dreaming about him?
That's a truly haunting thought, the cycle just continuing.
Okay, deep breaths. Let's move to our final deep dive. This one's in Pennsylvania. Small starter home, 2 bedrooms.
Right.
And here, the horror is different again. It's more like possession, a possessive influence over the husband, Mark.
Yeah, this one really stands out because it seems like the entity is directly manipulating a living person, turning him into, well, a puppet.
It starts with sleep talking. Mark suddenly starts talking in his sleep.
Which can be normal sometimes.
At first, yeah, just murmuring. But it gets worse. Full conversations with no one. And chilling whispers like, "She's coming."
She's coming. Okay, that's unsettling.
And the narrator, Mark's wife, she hears things too. Dragging footsteps. Sees a blur of white in a mirror.
So it's not just Mark's behavior changing, there are other signs.
Right. And Mark starts doing weird things when he's awake.
Yeah.
Insisting a lamp bothers her.
Her?
Yeah. She just likes things dark, he says.
Okay, so he's acknowledging a her now.
Mm-hmm. And when the wife tries to leave, to get away, Mark just gives her this vacant smile and says, "But she won't let me."
Whoa.
And adds, "She picked me."
She picked me. That implies he has no control, and the wife must feel incredibly isolated.
Totally. Especially because Mark acts completely normal when his sister visits.
Ah, the classic gaslighting scenario, making her doubt her own sanity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she records him one night talking to the empty room. And when she plays it back underneath his voice, there's this faint humming, like a child humming, something he definitely didn't hear at the time.
Okay, so there is something else there. Proof.
And the entity, or her, gets more physical, more direct. She finds Mark in the backyard one night, just standing there. When she touches him, he hisses, "Don't touch me when I'm with her."
Hisses. Wow.
Yeah. And later, she finds him in the bedroom, cradling her nightgown.
Her nightgown, why?
He's mumbling, "She says it smells like you. She wants to feel close."
Oh, that's incredibly invasive, deeply personal. It's not just about the house, it's about her.
It feels like it's claiming Mark, but also trying to connect with the wife through him.
Yeah.
In a really creepy way.
Yeah. And then they find the Polaroid, right.
In the basement crawl space, old Polaroid dated 1991. It shows their hallway. And in the hallway, there's this blurred figure of a woman.
Yeah.
But her eyes are clear, staring.
Chilling, a face for the presence.
And Mark just looks at it and says, "That's her."
He confirms it.
And then he adds, "She wants you gone. This house isn't big enough for 3.
Wow. Direct threat.
So the wife finally makes a break for it, tries to escape in the middle of the night. All the lights in the house just go out, pitch black, and a voice whispers right near her ear.
What does it say?
"You weren't invited."
Oh my goodness.
And then Mark appears, standing in the hallway, dripping wet, like he just got out of the shower. His face is completely blank. And he just says, "She told me to stop you."
He's physically blocking her now under its control.
But then there's this tiny flicker, just for a second. His eyes seem to clear and he whispers,
What?
"Please help me."
Oh, so he's still in there somewhere. A moment of lucidity.
Just for a flash. Because right then, she sees it. Behind him in the darkness. The pale, smiling figure from the Polaroid.
And that brief moment of Mark asking for help just highlights how completely trapped he is.
Yeah. She runs, gets out, never goes back.
Understandable.
The story ends. Mark is still in the house, still talking to no one, smiling when nothing's there.
Lost to it.
And the narrator, she still has nightmares about that hallway.
Right.
Wakes up every single year on the same date at 3:02 a.m.
That 3 a.m. time again. And that image of Mark just there, smiling at nothing. It's profoundly disturbing.
So we've gone through these 3 accounts. What ties them together? What does it all mean?
Well, there are definite common threads, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. The home, the place that's supposed to be safe, it becomes this source of absolute dread.
Right. And in each case, there's this terrifying erosion of identity.
Right.
Either your own, like in the first story.
Or the person you love most, like in the first and third.
Exactly. And that recurring time, around 3:00 a.m., that liminal hour when things seem possible or potent.
It forces you to think, doesn't it? How deeply can a place be imprinted with a past event, a presence?
Mm-hmm. And how can that imprint seep into the lives of people who live there now? Sometimes subtly, sometimes, well, not subtly at all.
It really challenges your sense of self, your trust in what seems familiar, what is home, when it becomes this, psychological trap.
Yeah, twisting not just how you see things, but who you or your loved ones fundamentally are.
It really hammers home that sometimes the scariest thing isn't the sudden shock, the jump scare.
No.
It's that slow, creeping realization that the person you know, or even the person you are, isn't entirely there anymore.
Might be a vessel for something else, which is terrifying.
It brings us back to that advice from the end of the first story, doesn't it?
Yeah. Stay aware, stay safe, trust your gut when something feels wrong.
Even if that's something wrong.
Exactly. It's a heavy thought.
So as you think about these deep dives we've taken, maybe ask yourself this.
If a house, a place, can change a person so profoundly, what does that say about the invisible histories we step into all the time when we just, open the door to a new place?
What hidden imprints might just be waiting there for us?